Mm. Yes, hello guys. My name is Olarewaju, and in this class, I'll be showing you and explaining in details what prop firms are and some important things that you need to know about prop firms if you are a newbie trying to get more capital to trade. Now, prop firm is a company that provides its traders access to capital in return for a percentage of profit generated. This is just the basic definition. Do you get the most important thing that prop firm gives you is access to a larger capital? You understand? Quite all right. But let me try to break it down in a layman terms so you are going to understand perfectly what prop firms really are. So take it like, for example, now let's look at Uber or Bolt. You know, they are a company that offers drivers access to make more money with their cars, and sometimes they even have cars available for drivers to register and get access to. Shey you understand? So in this instance now, let's say Bolt has like 1,000 cars, or they have people that have cars but they don't want to drive it, or they can't drive it. Shey you understand? They can't drive it. So you that you are a good driver now, you go to Bolt and you be like, I want to be a driver with your company. Then they will tell you, okay, we have pay so amount. Let's say pay 5,000 for application. Then we will give you a particular test to test to test your ability, whether you really know how to drive and all those things. Then once they confirm that you are good to go and they give you a certificate, they will now give you the car and tell you this is so, this is our percentage every day or every week or every month for every what's the English now? For every day that you drive on the road and every customer you get, this is our percentage. Maybe it's 10% will be taken or 20% will be taken, and that is that she gets. So that's like a literal explanation of an idea of how prop firms really work. Now they have capital, but they need traders to trade their capitals for them. It's just like those that will venture into hire purchase, or people that have cars or bike or napep, and they give a driver and say you must deliver, whenever you deliver so amount, this is the percentage that is yours. Do you understand? Like if you deliver 100K, I'll give you 20K, I'll give you 30K, I'll give you 40K, like that. So you understand? That's basically an idea of how it works. So now prop firms are companies that have a bigger capital. Oftentimes they have a lot of capital available for traders to trade. But for them to be certain that if they give you their money, their capital, their account, they are going to be able to manage it properly and not blow their account, they have to give you two tests. Sometimes they give one test. It depends on whichever kind of test you want to pick. So they have two different type of tests, one phase and two phase for most prop firms. So for the one phase, they give you a particular target and say once you meet this target, they will give you a live funded account. Now, during that test, they will give you a demo account. They won't give you a live money to trade with. They give you a demo account to trade it first of all. Then once you prove to them that you're a good trader and you pass, they give you a certificate. Then they will now give you a funded account and tell you you will take 80%, you take 20%, or you take 90%, you take 10%, or you take 70, you take 30, like that, like that. And initially, when prop firms first of all started, they had time limits. Oftentimes, their phase one was usually 30 days or 60 days or 40 days or 45 days, like that. Then phase two was like 30 days. So they will give you targets to meet, and most people fail to meet the target over that period of time, and they lost their money. And what you lose is your application money. For example, now, let's say you want to get a $10,000 account from a prop firm, and the application for you to get the $10,000 account is $84. So once you give them the $84, they will give you they'll first of all give you a demo account for them to test you that you are capable of managing the account, and they'll give you a target. So you make 8% profit on this phase one. That is the first phase. They'll tell you make 8% profit. So for that $10,000 account, 8% is $800. So if you are sure of yourself that you're a good trader, you should be able to make that $800 easily from the $10,000 account. So if you make the $800, they'll now be like, okay, now they'll give you another $10,000 account again, and with a lesser target, which is 5%. So to prove that what you did initially was not a fluke. Do you get? So once they now give you the second account and you now make 5%, and in this instance, a $10,000 account, 5% is $500. So let's say you now make that $500 from the account, they'll now be like, yes, they'll now clap for you and give you a certificate that you are now good to go. They'll now give you a $10,000 live funded account with some certain rules and regulations guiding it. And note that this $10,000 capital that they are giving you, it is not your own. You can't withdraw it. You can only withdraw your profits. And different prop firms have different targets. For some, they will tell you they will give you 80% and they'll take 20%. For some, it's 70-30, some is 75-25, some is 85-15, some is 90-10, some is 95-5. It varies across different prop firms. The profit split varies. Do you get? So, but the most important thing is that for you to get access to the capital, you have to drop something, which is like a payment is like an application payment. You get like an application payment literally. But in this instance, whenever you make profits from the funded accounts, they usually return that initial money that you paid. They normally return it back. So for example, now using that 10K that I was giving you as an example. So let's say you pass phase one, you made $800, then they give you another 10K and you made $500. Then whenever you get funded, the minimum withdrawal is always $100 across almost every profit. The minimum withdrawal is $100. So let's say you now make $100 and the profit split is 80-20. So they will give you $80, you get $20. You can withdraw it to your crypto wallet. But when you are withdrawing that, when you get that, and when you are trying to place withdrawal of that $100, they will give you back that $84 that you paid initially for application to get the account. So that means you now be getting the $84 refund plus the $80 profit split that you made. That is a total of $164, which is already more than what you already put in. Do you get? So it's literally as if you are partaking in the program for free and making money for yourself and also for the prop firm. Do you understand now? That's basically an idea of how prop firms work. And the capital they give you varies from 3,000 up to $800, 1.2 million, $500, depending on the prop firm. Every prop firm has their own capital limits based on what they can afford. For some, it's $200,000 is their maximum. Some is $300,000. Some is $500,000. Some is $800,000. Like fundedness now, their maximum allocation is $300,000. Goat funded is $800,000. Consummate trader too, I think is $800,000. My funded FX is $300,000. Some other profits like that is 1.21 million, like that. It varies, and there are more than 100 profits. There are more than 100 profits, and in this series, I'll be looking at 40 of those over 100 profits. I'll be looking at the 40 profits, and I'll be giving you a proper review about those profits. Now, I believe you already have an idea of how prop firms work. Then in this series, you'll be understanding more about what you need to know and how they work. Do you understand? And prop firms give you access to opportunities, mad opportunities. So in this instance, you can have 100K with one prop firm, have another 100K with another prop, have another 100K with that prop. There's no limit So how much capital you can have, because you are literally getting them for free, because they will still refund you back the application fee. For $5,000 is $49 in most pro firms. For 3K is $30, 6K is $59, 15K is like 120, 150 thereabout. For $25,000 account is $199 in most firms. $50,000 is $300 in most firms. The $100,000 is $500 in most firms. For some, it's $400, $450. It varies. It varies. And $200,000 is usually $900 or 1,000 in most firms. So you understand now, you use a smaller amount of money to access a bigger capital. So that way you can now make profit and now put it in your regular broker account. So I'll be going into this in depth in subsequent videos. I'll also drop some prof secrets and strategies on how to pass, how to calculate your risk, and all those things in this series. So sit back, relax, and take your time. There's no pressure, just take your time. Prof will make you a lot of money. And now there are also crypto prof. I think there's already two major crypto firms, and that is Bright Funded and Crypto Funded Trader. Those are the two major crypto firms that I know for now that are very good. Then every other one is Forex firm, and on most of them you can also trade crypto on them. The major cryptos like BTC, ETH, BNB, and the likes. You can trade them on your MetaTrader also. So I'll be going in depth into this in subsequent videos. I believe now you have an idea of how prop firm works. They basically help you in giving you a larger capital to trade for them and you make your profits. But the only thing is that you don't have access to it for free. You have to pay for the application first of all. Then they will test you in two phases. For some, they will test you in one phases and give you targets. So once you meet the targets, they will give you certificates, then they will give you the live funded account of that amount. Then they will give you rules and regulations that you must meet. And I'll be explaining those rules and regulations in subsequent videos when I'm reviewing each province one by one. So that will be all in this class. I remain Olaniwaju aka Larry, or the Eminent Trader. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and God bless. See you in the next class.